now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs, really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. A give up the middle to Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Cunningham looking to throw. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mike Singletary leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Johnson goes in motion left.
70 Ranger.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now Cunningham has the ball knocked down. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Griffin. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They run once more with Dillon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Dillon trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Griffin. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
It's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to.
Chris Johnson, nobody in front of him. And all the way in for the touchdown. Chris Johnson, 75 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
It's Griffin. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Griffin. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
4th down. Here's RG3. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But
oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. To throw again on second down, Griffin. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Griffin. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Ready, set.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Griffin's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Move. Even. 4 down. Even.
Now it's Griffin. Flush to his right. He's got his running back, LaDainian Tomlinson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he's out of bounds, but not before getting across the 50 to the 45.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Down on the final play of the first half.
I'm like that, nigga. I'm like that.
That done.
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Warrior 70.
Line you 180.
Let go.
Cunningham to throw. He'll check this down to Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Showing it.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, Viking 18.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter decently. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
That's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That nigga neck is broke, bro.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Griffin. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on second down, Griffin, it's complete to Watt. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to the running game, it's Tomlinson. And they go the wrong way here, knocked back to the 20. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. From the gun, it's Griffin. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Here's Johnson again on second down. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Bro, stop switching characters. I know who you is, bro.
Now it's
I'm running to the
carry for
complete
Johnson.
opposite side.
And he's got some space here.
Hello.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
Son
His
of
guys
a-
have opened up a very comfortable lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Ready, set. Cougar 19.
Here we go. It's Griffin on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Throwing now. Griffin on 1st down. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
70 Lions.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down. Check 90.
Here's Griffin.
Kill.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead of just over a minute to go in the game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
You ain't doing nothing today.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now Cunningham. And he goes out of bounds without getting rid of it. A big, big loss there. And it goes down as a sack as well.
Watch this.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
4 down, check. 4 down, 4 down.
Go street.
Motion.
Ready, go.
On 4th down, Cunningham. That's to his running back, complete.
I thought he was gonna get a run after catch animation, bro.
Well short of a first.
70 Timberwolves.
Griffin. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum.
Took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. A desperation heave for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
So it's a win for the home side, and it was thanks in large part to the play of the